one of our favorites. It is Sam Merrill. Sam, great to see you. First things first, congratulations on inking the brand new deal, my friend.
Appreciate you guys. Excited to be back. It's fun to be back in the gym with everybody. It'd be nice to be out on the floor, but it's good to be back.
What has year 2 of Camp Atkinson looked like for you?
It's been great. A lot of the same stuff. Obviously, we're not reinventing the wheel here, but we're ramping up some things. Obviously, doing some things differently, and there's been an added emphasis on conditioning and all that type of stuff. So it's been good. It's been fun. It's been tough, but it's nice to get out here and be able to play against someone else for sure.
Sam, what's been your observation tonight as you watch the team? Looks like got most units have played pretty well, but what are your thoughts?
It looks like preseason basketball.
Yeah.
Just from firsthand experience, like those. Oh, there we go. That's Tyrese. That first run, you could do as much conditioning as you want, even in camp and all that. But as soon as you get out on the floor, like you could just see it. Guys are so tired, but. I think we're doing a good job of trying to do what the coaches are asking, and that's kind of what preseason's about.
Tyrese Proctor, the rookie out of Duke, with his first preseason basket, selected 49th by the Cavs in the most recent draft. Sam, tell us about some of the new guys. Tyrese being one, but the veterans coming in here as well, and Lonzo Ball, Larry Nance, we know a little bit around here, and also Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, a great group of guys that have come in. Lonzo's been so good. Just doing what he does, sharing the ball, pitching the ball ahead, making plays defensively. Larry already felt like a teammate before he came back. He's around in the summers, and me and him have the same age, and so we're pretty close. And I'm excited to play with him. He's a great dude, but I think he's been really good tonight specifically. Just being this big like he's doing right now, that can handle, pass, play out of 2-man actions. Thomas's energy's been so good. He did some things against us last year in the playoffs, so his size and everything. And Tyrese looks good. Sometimes rookies come in and it feels like they're just like that. He just looks comfortable out there, and so it's been fun to watch.
Sam, one of the things that you worked on, obviously prolific shooter. We thought your defense was outstanding last year before. What did you work on this summer to help bolster this team even more?
Yeah, for sure. I've wanted to, get back to a little what I've felt like I've been able to do in the past, as far as not just shooting threes. And I feel like I'm in a place there where I'm comfortable shooting a mid-range if I need to, comfortable getting to a floater. And then just continue to get bigger, stronger, get in better shape, whatever way I can help here defensively and on both sides of the floor.
Sam, can you stick with us after this timeout?
Of course.
See that? We get Sam on the air. Proctor hits a couple. We get a 3 from Porter. It's contagious around here. More Sam after this. Who last season on this floor in February put on a show. Sam Merrill with a career-high tying 27 points off the bench on a career-high 9 triples, 9 of 13, 27 points in 23 minutes. Hey, Sam, for those of us who couldn't hit 9 threes with nobody on the floor in an empty gym, if you gave us an entire quarter, what does it feel like when you are in a zone like that?
Well, I'll tell you that game specifically, December and January, I did not shoot the ball well last year, and so I was trying to find it. It felt like I was close, but there are games where it just doesn't feel good, and I had plenty of those during that stretch. But then that game, I just made my first 2, and from then on, it felt like every single shot was going in. So it's definitely a good feeling when you're in a zone like that.
What does an elite shooter like yourself do when you have those inevitable ups and downs throughout the course of the season? How do you get yourself to snap out of it, if you will?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different things that guys do, and I've had to learn a little bit of what works best for me. A lot of guys like to go back and watch old highlights and try and get that groove back, and I've certainly done that. I feel like I've been able to learn over the last year or two, what are 1 or 2 little technical things that I know that I can always fall back on, and that'll help me, whether it's getting arc on it or just focusing on my legs for a couple shots or whatever. Certain things like that can help you just start to feel good again, And even if they're not going in at the time, like as long as the shot feels good, I feel pretty good about the amount of times it's going to go in.
You know, Sam, with Darius and Max being out, do you feel like there's any added responsibilities that you're going to need to take upon yourself, or is it pretty much status quo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to change a whole lot of who I am. Like I'm always going to be, you know, I'm a shooter first, and that's what I'm going to try and bring. And, I do feel good about, you know, what I can bring even more defensively this year. I feel like I'm in better shape than I was last year, a little bit stronger. And I think our style, you know, what the things that we might be adding defensively can help. And yeah, I mean, we're all going to have to pick up a little bit of the low playmaking wise. You know, we obviously have Don. Evan's going to be doing a lot for us. Got Lonzo, Craig, bunch of guys off the bench as well. But you know, I do feel comfortable. Like if I need to play out a pick and roll and make the right play, I can do that. If I can, you know, get into the paint, make the right decisions, and do whatever I need to do offensively for us.
Kenny has said that he hasn't made any decisions yet on a starting lineup regarding those two injuries. Do you, Sam, personally play it any differently? Do you approach it any differently as a starter as opposed to coming off that bench?
I mean, Kenny's going to have to answer that on how it's going to be. But
right, I just meant when you're starting compared to when you come off the bench. Is when you know you're starting, do you approach it differently than you do as a reserve, or no?
You know, I think it's more about minutes for me specifically. Yeah. Like if I know I'm going to play 25 minutes instead of 20, I think there's a difference there. And it's fun to start. I haven't started a ton of games in my career, but enough to, you know, where it's fun and it's exciting to be the first group out there. But like sometimes coming off the bench, it's, you know, the game's already in a rhythm and it's a little easier to, you know, get yourself into a flow and whatnot. So for me, it's, you know, you got to play well. Whether you're starting or off the bench, you got to play well, and that's what I try and do.
Hey, Sam, thanks so much for this. We certainly appreciate it. And once again, we couldn't be happier for you, my friend. Congratulations on the new deal and being a Cavalier for the foreseeable future.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, our thanks to Sam Merrill. 3:16 to go here in the third.